Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Petovich. Cool, kind of cloudy, dreary start to the day. We're seeing some breaks in the clouds now, but we're going to see some rain move in this afternoon. It's not going to be a complete washout for the first half of the day. It's really the second half of the day we're watching. Here's the system. It's kind of a complex system, to be honest with you. The first part of this is we're a little bit what we call wedged in. We basically have high pressure over parts of New York, and that's pushing in some east and northeast winds. So things are stable. There's no worries for any severe weather or even strong rain. But you look to the south, we've got this stalled front, which is basically a stationary front. That at some point tonight, and I'm talking later this evening, is going to move north as a warm front, and it's going to usher in a band of showers and storms. Maybe there, but I think the bigger batch is going to be back in here as it moves in later this evening. Let me show you what that looks like on the modeling. There's our low back here. There's the first wave. Watch what happens as we go into the afternoon. This first batch of rain kind of falls apart, and I think a lot of this is just going to be drizzle or mist. You're not going to see a ton of this develop. It's this second line right here that we've got to keep an eye on. This line here and then this line back here as we go into the evening hours. So we'll go into the afternoon. We're now approaching about, let's see, this is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock looks to be when the light rain arrives, but this is not going to be severe. I mean, this stuff is just good old-fashioned rain. This back here and this down here is the severe stuff. So we got to watch where that goes later this evening. Here's 7 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Now things start to get interesting. We're getting into the possibility of some severe storms rolling in. Let me turn off the isobars here. Again, this stuff right in here would be the area we'd have to watch. And the reason we'd watch that is if we look at the CAPE values, and I'm going to show you those. This is basically what we call thunderstorm fuel. I will refer to it as CAPE sometimes. That's all it is. Look where the CAPE is. This is where you could get severe storms from about Charlotte south, so right in this area. So let me go back and forth with the data real quick. There's that. There's the CAPE. So you can see where the severe weather threat would be. And let me show you the updraft helicity. This is where we could have rotating storms. Notice mainly in the upstate. So let's go forward a little bit more. This is basically 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, midnight. Let me look at the CAPE again. And you can see from Charlotte south. So you can see where the threat is. I mean, if we're going to see severe storms, it's going to be south of 85 down in here, where we have not only that, we have a lot of shear and that updraft helicity. So these are the two areas we're watching really carefully tonight. Again, we're talking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me look at the CAPE again. So you can see now the CAPE surged north. So now the threat is shifted up in here. So this is going to be an overnight event. This is the highest risk. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So it's really going to be overnight. Let's go back to 2 o'clock in the morning. Look at the updraft helicity. You can see a couple of these storms. I think this will be in the stable air, so it won't be surface-based. But this stuff right here around Charlotte, we're going to have to watch these, especially this one and this one. And that's all associated with these two cells right here. You can see them here. This one, and maybe one or two of these. This looks like it's going to be out of the unstable air mass up there. I'll look at the CAPE real quick. Yeah, see up there? So this stuff around Charlotte around midnight to 2 a.m. would be the storms that we'd have to watch really carefully. So that's kind of the timeline of the threat. And if you look at my timeline, I posted this on Facebook earlier today. I do think flooding is going to be a threat in some of the heavier bands right there. The overall severe weather threat is low, but I actually think that tornado threat, I may have to shift this a little bit later into the overnight, maybe till about 3 a.m. But we'll have to watch this very carefully. And the gusty winds. Gusty winds will be our biggest threat as well from a severe standpoint, but flooding a concern as well. I'll be tracking it throughout the afternoon starting at 4, 5, and 6 on NBC Charlotte. As always, stay weather aware. This is one of those overnight threats. Not a huge threat. Let me just tell you that. It's not going to be a widespread, massive thing. This is going to be isolated severe, but it's going to peak during the overnight hours. So having said that, make sure the cell phone is charged up and make sure you have somewhere south. That area I showed you right in here, south of I-85, this would be the area that we're going to have to watch very carefully later tonight. Hope you're having a great day. Got time to plan this out. The rain doesn't arrive until tonight, so if you have some afternoon plans, just watch for a passing shower. Severe stuff moves in later tonight.